My name's AJ. I had the opportunity to come into contact with Dr. Peterson about 3 months ago. I had been through a lot of doctors, a lot of different experiences trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Ultimately, I was having difficulty eating, breathing, a lot of migraines, and then of course too, I'd been told that I was consistently stopping my breathing during my sleep. So I, for about 2 years, had a lot of troubles, if you will. I was very sick. It got to the point where I was losing weight pretty rapidly. I wasn't able to eat anything. And of course, I was also in a lot of pain. And I had gone to various specialists. GI specialists for stomach issues. Various general doctors and practitioners, as well as pain doctors. At one point, I was diagnosed with chronic pain and was taking large dosages of medication every day just to compensate for the pain that I was in. Little did I know that everything was going to be tied into one thing. I had the opportunity to come into contact with LBI. I was a rep out working for another company at the time, and Heidi and Bill Dickerson introduced me to Dr. Peterson. And we were able to do a consultation and sit down and spend a couple of hours just figuring out who I was, what I was doing. The team was great. I, instantly felt welcomed and a part of, what it is they were trying to do. And more than anything, I felt like they had an honest care for my well-being. They weren't just here to do it for another job. They wanted me to be successful and happy, and they wanted me to experience healing. And that was nice, considering every other doctor I'd been to was just trying to give me something to cover it up, whether it was additional medication or things like that. And they were actually looking for a solution. And so we got together and we kind of discovered that all the issues that I've been dealing with over the last 2 years, whether it was with eating or with pain or other things, really came down to dentistry. After the initial exam, we determined that it would be best for me to do a sleep study. And I was given a couple of options as far as how to do that, whether, to go and do that with a inpatient service where I'm sleeping and hooked up to a bunch of tubes and wires and everything else like that, or actually doing an in-home sleep study, which I hadn't really ever heard about. And so we were able to do that, and it was actually really cool. It was easy. It didn't really interrupt my sleep at all, but that's what gave us enough evidence to really determine and I guess confirm everything that we thought. So after working together and kind of going over our consultation, we figured out that the best thing for me to do would be to get my tonsils out and also a sleep appliance. It turns out that because my airway was so consistently blocked, that's what was causing all my problems. I did get my tonsils out, and the first thing that I said when I came to apparently was that of, oh my God, I can breathe. And that was crazy. That was incredible. Oh my gosh, I really can breathe. And that just really goes to show how big of an influence that was, and how difficult and the type of struggle that I was having. And so now, I'm feeling a lot better. The recovery was fine. I had a great doctor. My ENT was fantastic. But now I'm back up and going. It took me about 2 weeks. I've had the opportunity to start gaining weight, eating again, sleeping better. I wake up in the morning and I feel refreshed. I don't feel like I have to have cup after cup after cup of coffee to get the day going. I'm able to just go and get things done. Another issue that I had due to the sleep apnea was I had severe heartburn and acid reflux, and that's almost all gone away. I was told at one point by a gastroenterologist that I had the esophagus of a 60-year-old. That's not good. And it's cool to see that because of these things, because of the measures that we've been taking, that a lot of those problems and issues that I had are now gone. And then of course too, we had the opportunity to get a sleep appliance, the Micro O2, which has been really beneficial in helping me to sleep and keeping me in a proper posture and position, so that a lot of my issues as far as sleep apnea and things are concerned are ultimately eliminated. So here's my sleep appliance. This is what allows me to breathe better when I'm sleeping. It's actually really cool. It's kind of like a little bit of a retainer per se. You just snap it in pretty easily. I usually start with the top. Fits good and talk okay. Then the bottom. Uh-oh. We're good to go.